Back on the RoughRiders pregame show. It's a hot one outside today, but we're cooling down with a special guest on the pregame show. It's lefty pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Holland. Derek, we've been seeing you over the course of the past week or so, working through your major league rehab assignment, and whether you're in a brace or not, it's been great to see you up on your feet. But first, the most important question that everyone is really wanting to know, how is Wrigley, your dog, doing?
Wrigley's doing fine. He's a dog. He's just going about his business like he doesn't know if anything happened or not. So he's enjoying himself.
Glad to hear that. Now, looking at your injury history, you've had two stints on the DL since you were a big leaguer, one in 2010 and one in 2012. But this is the first time that you've gone a spring training and a significant portion of the summer now without a baseball season. Has that really crossed your mind at all, or have you thought about that during your rehab process?
Yeah, it's always going across my mind. You know, it's one of those things that you never want to have happen, and now it has. Is the big thing is trying to keep myself from really losing my mind and staying focused with the task at hand of trying to get back out and try to be a part of the team again. I still got to prove to myself and to others that I belong back up there after the injury and everything, and I can handle everything. And I got to continue to keep working, and the main thing is staying mentally prepared and strong too.
Of course, nobody wants to be in rehab as a professional athlete. Would you say the most difficult part has been the mental or the physical side of getting back to full strength?
I'd say it's probably more of a mental thing. The strength is going to come. The mental thing is something that's going to take a little more time because you have to actually get out there, face the hitters, do your bullpens, get back into the swing of things. So I think the big thing is, to me, is definitely the mental game, because there's never a day that goes by that the mental game can't get better.
We're with Holland on the RoughRiders pregame show. And Derek, in these last few months, what would you say you've learned about yourself through this process?
Man, not really sure. There's a lot of things that cross the mind. I mean, you just got to figure out what gets you going. There's going to be things like this where an injury can slow you down, and you got to figure out, ways to get around that and keep yourself prepared and focused. Don't let something like this take you away from your game or anything like that. I've experienced a lot, and it's been a depressing ride, and at the same time frustrating and all that. But you know what? I have great friends, great staff, great coaching. Everybody's around me, and they've been helping me out, keeping me right. And I got to give a lot of credit to my parents and my friends for keeping me up instead of really digging down and getting lost in something that is an accident.
What part of the game would you say you miss the most?
Just playing. I just want to be out on the field. It's the way the season's gone for the Rangers has been upsetting and frustrating. I know, for everybody, with all the injuries and everything, that's been the big downfall. And not being able to be there is something else that just drives you insane. And to say, how the season turns out, I want to be a part of it. Whether we go down as one or we win it all, I want to be a part of it either way.
In going through the mental ups and downs of the rehab process, have you found yourself reflecting on maybe the high moments in your career thus far, thinking about Game 4 in the World Series? Does that get you through the tough times?
I just use that. I watch all those things. I watch all my games that I've played in that I've had good success and everything. It's stuff to keep the visualization going. That's what it really comes down to, is keeping myself physically prepared, but also mentally. I keep talking about the mental side, but there's, like I said, there's not a day that goes by that I don't sit and prepare myself mentally for that, because, like I said, the mental game is the hardest part of this game. And, if you're not mentally prepared to go out there, then you're definitely not going to succeed.
Looking at that playoff run that you had in 2011, and in specifics, that Game 4 of the World Series against the Cardinals, you were the third youngest guy to go 8 innings of shutout ball in a World Series game. And when you were in that moment, did you have a sense really for the gravity of the situation, or was it just another game?
I just try to treat it like what everybody was telling me. Is they told me, hey, nothing's going to change. The lines don't get farther. The mound doesn't get farther. The plate doesn't get bigger. Nothing changes. It's the same thing. The only thing that you got to deal with is more media. And I really thought about that, and it actually is true. Being out on the field in the World Series is no different than pitching the game right now that they're going to play the Houston Astros and we're in last place. Nothing changes. The game is always going to be the way it is. That's the thing, is we hype it up, and you just got to have fun with it.
Even on a rehab assignment, you can't stay away from the media. Appreciate the good support. Backtracking a little bit in your career to 2008, really a whirlwind for you. You started in Clinton, then it was off to High A in Bakersfield, and then you wrapped up the season right here with the RoughRiders in Frisco. I know you were only here for about a month in 2008, but what stands out to you, if anything, about your time with the RoughRiders?
It was a great experience. For me, a big game is my first game here was actually against Tulsa, and my mom got to come down and watch me play. But overall, that was a great experience just being here. The fans, everybody it was amazing just being here, and then also getting to go to the playoffs too. Something I didn't get to experience. I got to win a first half with Clinton, but we didn't really do any playoffs, so I never got to see what it was like. And to be a part of this and to help them, I mean, yes, we came in second, but you know what? It was still a great ride and a great experience.
And looking at your numbers in that playoff run, you made 3 starts, 1 earned run over about just under 21 innings pitched. That really seemed to be a springboard for the next spring training, and then in April of the following year, you were up in Arlington.
Yeah, I had great pitching coaches from all the way up. I started with Keith Comstock, who knows me better than anybody, and then I had Danny Clark help me out in Clinton get things going, and then the ball really took off with Xavi and Terry Clark. When I got to those guys, everything started to change with my velocity and stuff was picking up. And like I said, Terry Clark helped me a lot once I got here, getting things the way I needed to be, and I got to spend a little time with him in AAA before getting called up.
Well, I don't know if you maybe remember this all the way back to now 6 years ago, but you made your AA debut against the Tulsa Drillers, who you're going to be going against tomorrow in your rehab appearance. Derek, lost a little bit in the shuffle in the tumultuous offseason you had was your impressive community involvement track record and the 2013 Jim Sundberg Community Achievement Award that you won from the Rangers. I noticed that specifically your contributions lie in the area of children's health, and there were 2 health centers in the DFW area that you donated very generously to. Why is children's health a cause that you champion?
To me, it's you got to think about the kids. We're blessed with this gift of being able to play baseball, and the thing is, those kids are in there dealing with stuff that hopefully nobody ever has to go through, and to have somebody be on their side means a lot. To hear them say that they look up to me when I'm the one that's actually looking up to them, because they're fighting through some serious stuff and they're going to get through it, and I want to be the guy that's on their side as well to help them out, because they're there for me. Why can't I be there for them?
Is there a particular experience or someone that you knew growing up that maybe nudged you or influenced you to be involved in children's health?
It just actually started when we started going to the hospitals with the Texas Rangers. The first time I ever got to do it, it changed my life. I got to see a little kid that wasn't going to make it. It really hit me pretty hard. I broke down when I was there, and to know that somebody has to go through something like that, and to know that they're probably not going to make it is a very saddening thing. And ever since then, it's just changed my life. You want to reach out and try to help those kids as much as you can.
Really, puts everything that we're doing here in perspective. You're absolutely right. Also noticed you're heavily involved with your hometown back in Newark, Ohio, and December 21st I saw is Derek Holland Day, and that's right around the holidays. It's in the middle of the off season, so I'm sure you've been able to get back and celebrate a Derek Holland Day every now and then.
I have fun with that with my friends every time I go home. But yeah, when I go back, it's not only to see my family. I treat it as if I'm going to go back and I'm going to change somebody's life somehow. If it's going to do some baseball camps that I do with my high school, or going to do a nice little fundraiser for a YMCA that's around there, it's doing something that's going to help somebody that's in need. And I just try to reach out and interact with as many people as I can, because I want them to see who I really am. I'm a goofball and everything off the field, but at the same time, when my job is called upon, I'm going to take it serious. And when it's time to go play with some kids and help everybody out, then it's time to help some people out.
And I know December in Ohio, probably a little bit too cold for a parade or anything like that, but in all seriousness, why the satisfaction in giving back to your hometown like that?
Well, that's where I came from. It's where it started. That's where, as I want to put it, that's where Derek Holland was made. It started there, from my coaching, from Little League, all the way up. Those people were there, and they helped me, and they got me to where I am today. And I want to clear a path for maybe somebody else that's going to be coming out of there that can do the same thing as I did, get to where I am, and also continue what I'm doing back in the community.
And again, with your high school specifically, I saw you've been generous, donating money for new uniforms, new playing surface, that sort of thing. Any fun memories from your time as a prep stand out? Did you play with or against any guys that you're now competing against at the major league level?
I've had guys through minor leagues that have ran said that I played them in high school. It's so hard because there's so many people. I mean, there's thousands of people you're playing against. But some memories is I had one. It was my senior year, or no, my junior year. I hit 3 straight game-winning hits. One was a game-winning grand slam, and then 2 singles after that. It was an unbelievable experience, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, the high school was it's where it all started. And I was actually not even a pitcher as much as I was now. I am now. I was more of a center fielder. I played outfield for the most part, but everybody pitches back in those days, so can't get caught up in that. But like I said, it was a great experience, man. And then also the Babe Ruth World Series was there. I don't know if it's still going on anymore there, but there's a lot of great memories of being back at home.
When did the transition to being a full-time pitcher really take place? Was that after you were drafted?
No, it was still, I would say it was more my senior year of high school. Everything really kind of came into play, but the thing is I didn't pitch as much as I probably could have, which is fine with me because, I'm not happy or not upset with anything. I'm happy with the way things turned out. I was blessed with the gift and it worked out. But, overall, I think that's when it really took off for me was probably my senior year. But, I pitched my whole life. I can't say I didn't because everybody pitched. Mm-hmm. But I was more of an outfielder than anything.
Well, from 25th round draft choice now to a key member of the Rangers rotation, Derek, it's been great to have you back in Frisco, and we're certainly wishing you the best of luck on the rest of your rehab journey, and we'll hope to see you back at Globe Life Park pretty soon.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
He's Derek Holland. We're back in a moment on the RoughRiders Baseball Network. We'll hope to see you back at Globe Life Park pretty soon.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
He's Derek Holland. We're back in a moment on the RoughRiders Baseball Network.